So the role of this office can be divided in kind of two sections. One is to boost our local business network in the Commonwealth. So if we have, for example, a company that wants to expand into Nigeria, which is an emerging market, they can contact us and become strategic partners because we rely on strategic partnerships. So if we get a company that is interested in Nigeria, India, or any of the Commonwealth markets, we provide market entry services for them. And we have the strategic partnership network to do so.
Now, at the local level, you talk about strategic partners. Are they lining up locally?
Absolutely. So before we committed to opening an office in Gibraltar, we already had our first strategic partner, which is the Macedonia Automotive Group. And they're a perfect example of a company which we want to bring aboard our strategic partnership network. Basically, the company doesn't have to be physically large, but they have to have an ambition to expand into Commonwealth countries. In the modern era, digitalization, globalization has led to kind of the office culture, which we have had amplified by COVID. So basically, we want to help promote any business which has an ambition to expand. Barcelona, for example, is a perfect example because they've been shipping vehicles across the Commonwealth for many years, the Commonwealth and beyond.
So no doubt the aim being to make Gibraltar global. You talk about strategic partners. Now, what kind of support have you had? And have you started engaging with other stakeholders from Gibraltar, especially the business community?
Absolutely. So this began close to 18 months ago, and we did contact the GFSB and the Chamber. And the role of this office is to support the business community because, as you know, COVID and Brexit has wreaked havoc in Gibraltar. So this is an extra bit of kit in our arsenal to expand our business support because at the end of the day, when we face economic challenges like this, we rely in part on the government, but also the private sector for these entrepreneurs, these wealth creators of tomorrow. And this is an extra service which we can offer. But the people that I've met so far, everyone, absolutely everyone, I can honestly say this, has been extremely supportive of the initiative. Before we even opened the office, we already had partners lined up. We already have 4. And we originally planned on having a small number to be able to concentrate on them, but we've already had to expand because the level has been so much so soon. So we have a exciting program ahead. We yesterday had Minister Darinani feature in a Commonwealth Enterprise Investment Council webinar focusing on ports and shipping. And in this webinar, Minister Darinani did a good job on representing Gibraltar and highlighting how the Port of Gibraltar has been active during COVID. And in that webinar, which was hosted by our chairman, Lord Marland, he was able to discuss items with the former Prime Minister of Malta and some other representative Port of Southampton, to give you an example. So this gives us a platform on which to sell Gibraltar, highlight our services, and in reference to the webinar, for example, Minister Darinani mentioned that we have awarded the LNG bunkering license to Shell. And that drew comments from the other countries which are trying to do the same, trying to be more environmentally friendly in terms of the fuel usage. So this is a good platform to also host our partnerships.